y'all, welcome back. Manny with My Hectic Life Pets, where we talk about all things pet and pet related. And today I am going to give this tank a makeover. Especially after I just set up my 20-gallon, I am really in the mood for some aquascaping. So I've got my coffee here and let's get to work. So I ran out and I got a few things to help with my tank. I got some more root tabs because I did run out of those. And I got some more river rocks. And I bought some CO2 so we can really get these tanks jump started on plant growth. Some Windlove Java Fern, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Some Temple Compacta that I think will add a little bit of color to my tank. And some dwarf hair grass that'll eventually give my frogs some cover in there. So let's get all these plants and rocks rinsed off, cleaned up, and ready to put in the tank. Okay, so first off, we're rinsing off all of the plants. You really want to make sure that you rinse them off after you pull them out of the package because they usually have that jelly stuff that is on the roots, and you really want to make sure that you remove that thoroughly. So today was my water change day anyway, so that makes it a little bit nice. I'm going to pull out my handy dandy gravel vacuum and I'm going to pull out about 50% of the water from the tank. I got the water level down to about 50%, I'm going to go ahead and start adding back in my water wisteria that I took out because I just didn't really like the way it was placed in there. I did set this up kind of in a hurry because I was just trying to hurry and get my fish back into an aquarium and out of the bags, so I did kind of a rush minimalist job. So now that I've got the water wisteria in there, I'm going to start adding in the dwarf hair grass. I want to kind of put it all around the lava rock and just kind of give the tank a little more personality. Now I'm going to add in some of my river rocks. And like I said before, I don't really ever kind of know exactly what I'm going to be doing when I start scaping out a tank. I have kind of a general idea, but I don't know 100% where everything is going to be placed. So now I'm adding in my Java Fern, trying to kind of get that in place. You want to make sure that you're not covering up the rhizomes, so I use the river rocks to kind of weigh it down and prop it up so that it stays in place and doesn't float back up to the top. So now I'm going ahead and adding in my Temple Compacta, and I think that's going to give a little bit of a nice touch of color to the tank once that starts growing in. And so now that I have all my plants in there, I'm going to go ahead and start adding in more root tabs. I did originally already place a few root tabs in there, but that is not going to be nearly enough for all the plants that I have added now into this tank. So I'm just kind of placing them around 2 inches apart throughout the entire aquarium, so that way the plants will get all the nutrients that they really need. And once we get all the root tabs in place, then it'll be time to fill this aquarium back up to the top with water. So now we filled the tank up with water and I'm really liking how it turned out. I think once this starts to fill in, it's going to look really, really cool. So I'm very excited for that. I'm also happy to say that my Killifish killer is starting to look better and better every day. His back seems to be starting to straighten out. He does seem quite active still, so I think he's going to be okay. So I am loving the way that this tank turned out. I think it's gonna look amazing once these plants start filling in and growing. And now I feel like my fish have all the cover that they actually need from the live plants. So anyway, y'all, that's all I really have for you guys today. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye!